we're behind the scenes with Perry's Pizza. They're making the pizza right now. This is how they make their pizza. There's a lot of cheese, a lot of ingredients, a lot of sauce. Sorry.
Two of them.
What is going on YouTube? Hayden back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we'll be looking at Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, as well as XLM to BTC. Tomorrow we'll probably do XRP or something like that. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up if you want to see more content like this. Hopefully you guys like that pretty cool behind the scenes intro. I was actually at Perry's Pizza yesterday, a pretty cool, well-known place in Rochester, and I was able to ask the manager if I could film behind the scenes of how they make it, and they said yes, so it was pretty cool. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Otherwise, as you guys saw in today's title, we are going to be discussing a couple of things. I know you guys saw that I did mention free Bitcoin, free crypto. I also mentioned that we're going to be talking about the SEC, as well as a slight retracement or correction upwards that we've seen within cryptocurrency recently. So before I jump into today's episode, no, this is not sponsored, but I did want to bring you guys something. I haven't made a video on this in quite a long time, but if you guys haven't already, there is a link in the description. The app called ABRA makes cryptocurrency trading probably the easiest thing I've ever done. It is so much more simpler than Coinbase or Coinbase Pro. It is so beyond simple. It makes buying and selling cryptocurrency so easy. It's similar to Forex2. They have a bunch of different currencies, fiat currencies as well, the different conversions, but basically they have tons of coins. Neo, XMR, Monero, Bitcoin. They even have Bit10, which is basically their top 10 cryptos in percentages that you can invest in. So kind of like it diversifies the money for you if you don't know. They have Litecoin, XRP, Bitcoin Cash, Dash, Ethereum Classic, Zcash, Omis Go, Qtum, Dogecoin, Golem, Vertcoin, and so many more. Stellar, Digibyte, Augur, Status, tons and tons and tons. So basically why I wanted to bring this up to you is basically I checked the app and they're doing a pretty cool promotion right now. It says invite friends and get Bitcoin, free Bitcoin. And this is pretty big compared to others like Coinbase, which says if you sign up with the link and you spend $10, you get $100 free in Bitcoin. This is basically if you spend $5, you'll get $25 back in crypto, in Bitcoin. So it says your friends use the link to sign up for ABRA and do any of the following things within 90 days. So option 1 is deposit $5 using a bank account, a US bank account, or an eligible American Express card. Or option 2, deposit crypto in the exchange in any other crypto, BTC, BCH, Litecoin, and you each get 1.5% back of the transaction up to $25. I personally recommend doing the deposit of $5 with your bank account. It's pretty simple. You deposit $5 and you get $25 in Bitcoin back. So that's an awesome deal. Link is in the description. We both get it. It's pretty cool. That's why I'm letting you guys know. So not only would I be able to get 25 and you guys can help support the channel, but if you sign up and deposit 25, you guys can also keep $25. So it's a way to make some free Bitcoin too, and it's small and it's a way to diversify. You get 30 bucks practically for the price of 5, so why wouldn't you do it, you know? So the link is in the description. I highly recommend downloading the app, checking it out, seeing all the coins, getting free $25 of Bitcoin. But otherwise, let's move on in today's episode. So I do have one article and a couple of things to discuss, as well as doing the technical analysis. As you guys can see, we are on the coin market cap. I'm going to have to refresh the page. I also want to discuss Coinbase Pro and what Coinbase added to their exchange. So now that this loaded in, as you guys know, crypto has bounced up from where we saw yesterday and the day before, what we've talked about. Market is at 115. We see 24-hour volume being 14.5, Bitcoin dominance 54.8. So we have seen a decrease in Bitcoin dominance. We were above 55% yesterday, so we're seeing a decline in that. So alts are rising. 24-hour volume slightly lower than yesterday, if not the same. And we see market cap slightly higher. I think we were almost at like 105 billion in terms of market cap yesterday. We're at 115 now, so we're slightly increasing. As I scroll down, you can see we're up quite a bit, and it's pretty cool. Top 10 cryptos, you can see Bitcoin is up 6%. Market is up, it's doing phenomenal right now. Obviously, compared to yesterday when we dipped, it's doing a lot better. It's kind of correcting itself back up, and I'm going to discuss that in a minute. XRP up 3%, Ethereum up 8%, Stellar up 6.5%. We see Litecoin up almost 7%. EOS up 15%. And obviously, when the market is in green, we're seeing Bitcoin SV down. So market is in green, market's up. Bitcoin SV is going down. So when people say that Bitcoin controls the market, not necessarily true. Bitcoin went up today and Bitcoin SV fell. When Bitcoin was down yesterday and the day before, Bitcoin SV was up like 15%. So you can see how they're, you know, opposites. They're not necessarily correlated right there. So that's pretty cool. I do think that's cool that we're seeing this market, you know, slowly rise up. The entire market is practically all green. We're seeing coins doing quite phenomenal. I would like to see which coin is up the most. Then we'll get on to the technical, or the article I want to discuss with you guys about the SEC and Coinbase, because I do think those are important. And obviously those top 10, oh wow, holy cow, DEX is up 85%. 85%. If any of you guys know why, let me know down below. We see coins up 16, 15, 14, 13, you know, some double digits, but 85% is huge. You know, and the only coin that's really down right now is Metaverse, Bitcoin SV, Chainlink. They're only down by 1-2% at most, you know. So that doesn't look too bad, but 85% is pretty wild. And understand that, you know, these top 10 coins we discussed in 2 days ago or yesterday's video, we discussed my portfolio and how I like to diversify my money and which you know, coins I prefer to hold and own. You can't accept those. You can't buy those on Coinbase. They only have a certain amount. Binance is the better website to purchase crypto and trade it on, but it's confusing to most. So if you're a beginner within cryptocurrency and you'd like to purchase crypto and hold a more diversified account, and you want to get free $25 of Bitcoin, which, you know, makes so much sense to me, use the link down below and you'll get a free $25 when you deposit $5. It doesn't make sense to not do it. But otherwise, as you can see in this article right here, it says News BTC discusses SEC delays Bitcoin ETF ruling and Coinbase lists 4 altcoins. So it says in the bear market induced sense of panic, the crypto market at large has stopped responding to industry developments altogether, with the news of the past weeks coming in one ear and out of the other. Regardless, startups still seem hell-bent and bolstering this industry's infrastructure. And frankly, this unrelenting drive for innovation doesn't come unwarranted. So it says the SEC delays Bitcoin ETF ruling to now February 2019, which again isn't that far off. You know, it's the end. We're in the middle of December almost, and February is only like a little over 2 months away, so it's not that far. So it says, since Bitcoin's earliest blocks, true innovators have discovered value in the crevices of the cryptocurrency world, finding it's logical to latch onto its nascent industry in times of despair and euphoria. Alike, while these zealous faith in this decade-old innovation has taken many forms over the years, in the recent downturn, investors have sought a newfound light at the end of the tunnel, a US-based, fully regulated Bitcoin exchange-traded FUD, which is going to be huge for the market. It's a huge step, you know, one small step for man, one giant step for mankind. That's what this is. We're going to have to see, though, whether a regulated coin allowing big players to invest in crypto is going to tank this market or manipulate it even more, or it's going to drive up the value. So we'll see. You know, buy the rumor, sell the news. However, even after Bitcoin ETF hopefuls consulted with this U.S. Securities Exchange Commission, SEC, Economic Risk Analysis Branch, the American regulators recently had to delay its ruling on the prospective product. In an SEC stamped document published Thursday afternoon, so a couple of days ago, the governmental agency claimed that it would be exercising its rights to delay the verdict until February 27th, 2019. So around 3 months away, not 2. 3 months away. We have January, February, and now. Although this regulatory judgment has deemed bearish to naive traders, many analysts and industry commenters claimed that the delay was expected, citing the concerns that the underlying crypto market isn't ready for an advent in such an instrument. So it's pretty interesting. Morgan Creek Digital bets $1 million that crypto will outperform the S&P 500. That's pretty cool. That's some interesting news. The bet is a combination of our outlook not only for the upside cryptos, but also the outlook of public equities. This short yet forbidding statement, which paints a dismal picture in the future, underscores Morgan Creek's imperishable relations with cryptocurrencies. Mark Yusko, the founder, we've discussed this in a previous article. You can obviously check that out. It was a couple days ago, but this is some other interesting news. So it says Coinbase adds 4 altcoins, looking into adding 27 more. Now that'll be huge. Yes, Coinbase has tons of fees, but they really need to start diversifying how many coins you guys can purchase. That's why right now I'm pushing ABRA for you guys. It is so simple, and it is very well protected. They give you a 24 or a 10 word phrase, and you write that down and you keep it secure, and it keeps your portfolio secure. Write it down, put it somewhere you'll never forget it, never lose it, in a safe or something. So Coinbase added 4 coins. The assets in Coinbase intends to add include a number of community favorites: XRP, Augur, Cardano, and Tezos XTS, and Maker. The full list can be found on Coinbase's public statement on the matter. So that's interesting. It says just hours after the announcement, which came straight out of the left field, Coinbase Pro, the startup exchange, the professional traders took to Twitter to announce that it would be adding Civic, Destructox, Loom, and Decentraland, 4 altcoins that were part of Coinbase's list. Now, we've heard of Civic. I've discussed Civic in the past, but Destructox, DNT, and then I think we've discussed that. Loom and Decentraland, Mana, we haven't discussed. Those are new to my ears. They're smaller coins, but when we hear Coinbase discussing them and wanting to add these, they must have some importance, in the exchange. And I wanted to, make sure that it was actually listed, so I went over to Coinbase Pro. And as you guys can see, if you click this right up here, if it loads, there we go. And we scroll down ever so slightly. It's a little bit laggy because I'm screen recording and it doesn't like to load up. But I did check Coinbase Pro, and when I scroll to the bottom of the page, if it lets me, I actually saw those 4 coins being listed. So that was quite interesting. It doesn't seem like it wants to work right now, so I'm not going to fuss with it. Whatever. But so that was some pretty cool news in regards to Coinbase trying to extend their coins. It's very interesting. You can see this is the official tweet right here, and these are the tokens right here. It's very interesting that they added those, not Ripple, not Stellar. That's interesting. It says, yeah, but otherwise, let's just move on. I don't think there's a reason to keep going off with those. I don't know why Coinbase won't load right now. Coinbase Pro, whatever. I've tried to get access to them before. It doesn't want to load. Whatever, I'm going to move on. I just refreshed the page and it's still not loading. But moving on to Litecoin. So I actually want to discuss XLM first, then we'll move on to the other altcoins. So this is what I want to talk about. This is pretty big to me. So we've discussed in a previous video when we said Bitcoin or Litecoin was going to pull up, retrace. It touched its bottom. This is why I'm talking about that. As you guys can see on XLM, and whether or not this market relates to the entire market, or whether XLM is just a blueprint that helps us, figure out this market right now, we've noticed that there is an Elliott wave that formed. You notice it touched 5. As you guys can see, we can move, 5 down to here if you really wanted to. But you can see it touched 5 right here, and then it retraced back up. My thoughts to this are, yes, it's good. It pretty much clarified that is a massive support. It now shows us 1, 2, 3, potentially 4 points of contact for this support. But I have an assumption that could potentially take place that I want you guys to bear with me. You can see right here, we have had a reversal candle. We have like a spinning top. We touched the bottom, retraced back up. This is a wick. This is where the candle actually closed on. So where I'm seeing right now is I do think we're going to still head downwards. Yes, we did clarify that 5 is that point, and yes, we hit it, and I'd be shocked if we just headed up right there. I'm really looking to see a candle close down here. So I think potentially next week we could see a bearish market and we can continue to head down until we close a weekly candle on that line. Like you can see in the past, we closed the candle here. Yes, we fell lower, but we retraced back up within that week and closed there. Here, we closed there. I'm looking to see the candle close here, whether it's this weekend or whether next week or the week after. We closed back here, then I'd be more comfortable saying we're going to head up. But until we see it close down here, I'm going to say we're still going to head down. That's my interesting, outlook on this. Let me know if you guys agree. I'm going to pull up XLM on its daily, and you can see what exactly happened. You can see previously, if I just looked, there we go. You can see now we have 0.3. This is where we've seen a lot of issues right here, a lot of support being tested. Then we moved up to 4. You can see we broke above it, but we fell back down lower. You can see we touched base right here. We touched 5. and now we're moving back up. Now, my interesting thing is, yes, we're at a resistance right now. You can see where we've bounced off in the past. We're bouncing off it now. Are we going to pull back down, retest number 5, or is that all we needed in terms of a wick, and now we're just going to head right back up? That's my concern to the market. I do think we're going to head back down ever so slightly. We got to stick it out a little bit longer, and then we should start heading up. Let's see. Coinbase Pro still is not loading. Interesting. Moving on to Litecoin. So with XLM pulling back up, I did say that I did think we found the bottom within Litecoin. Here's my assumption. As you guys saw, I did call that this was going to be the lowest it was going to go, $23, $22. This line of support right here. And if you guys look, as of right now, my assumption seems to be correct. I did say that was going to be the bottom, and that's exactly what we did. I drew a line at 23.59, and you guys were anti me calling that because I did remember reading your comments saying, oh, we're going lower than what you said, we're going lower than what you said. But look what happened. The candle closed above, like I said. Yes, we did have some wicks below it, but we closed above. It looks fairly close, and now we're heading back up. See, we were oversold on the daily. Now we're heading back up. We're more neutral now. Still kind of low. We kind of need to head up to that 50 to be more neutral, but I don't think it's over yet. I do think we're going to come back down and retest it until XLM can close there. But it still is a good sign. It shows us that we have support here. You can see it's reversing back up. It is good news. It truly is. You can see that we're bouncing back up. So is that a bottom? I think so. I don't think we're going to head lower. You can see again here with Bitcoin, it's reversing back up. That's good news. You can see on Ethereum, Ethereum seemed to have found its bottom right here at 84, which is incredibly low in my opinion. We're at $96 right now, so a $10 jump. It's pretty good. But it's moving back up. I do think it's going to try to get above its $100 resistance now, but it's going to be interesting because I do think there's a big pattern with XLM. That's why I keep talking about it the past couple of days. I do think it's quite important. I really want to see how this plays out right now. I'm going to leave the daily up for you guys in the next couple of videos because I do think we're going to head lower. I'd be shocked if we moved up to our high-low MMA on XLM. I think we're going to continue to head lower. I do think we're going to close a weekly candle on 5 and then start to break out. But that's just my opinion. Otherwise, that's going to sum up today's episode, guys. I'm sorry Litecoin, Coinbase Pro does not want to load for me. I literally was on it right before this video showing you guys those 4 coins that were added. But if you don't believe me, check it out yourself. It is on a tweet. But that is going to wrap up today's episode, guys. Like I said, if you wanted to grab $25 of free crypto, you know, small money to be, you know, playing around with, you can do that on ABRA. I highly recommend doing that. I do appreciate it. If you guys do, it'll help support the channel. And you went out too, you get free $25 of Bitcoin, which you could probably sell and just transfer right to your bank. Link is in the description. It's the first link, but I will see you guys in tomorrow's episode. Make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, and leave a like. Peace.